Imagine a football fan who can curse the fittest player in the world into becoming an injury-prone athlete, or positively jinx a cancer-prone player into an AFCON champion, or even jinxing an independent country into war situations. We need no introductions to United Trey's curses and jinxes. Here are 30+ most impossible curses and jinxes by United Trey. Let's begin with Cold Jinx by Trey, where United Trey labelled Cole Palmer as a one-footed merchant. The young Chelsea star responded perfectly with a perfect hat-trick in his next match against Brighton. Left foot, right foot and header. Palmer silenced Trey and all his doubters with flair. Even United Trey's most brutal slander can lead to good outcomes for others. Throwback to when he tweeted that Sebastian Haller was the worst striker in the league. Little did he know it would mark a turning point. Haller overcame cancer, returned to football with a bang, won the AFCON with his national team, and even played in a Champions League final against Real Madrid. His jinx gave us a true fairy tale. Speaking of records, Bayer Leverkusen pulled off one of the greatest seasons last year with 51 games unbeaten. Trey tried his best to jinx that record during their Europa League knockouts match versus Roma, but in pure unpredictable fashion, Leverkusen came up with 2 goals out of nowhere to crush Trey's jinx. But just as Trey had accepted defeat and went to support Leverkusen in their Europa League final against Atalanta, everything they did that season went to the dust as Ademola Lookman bashed in a hat-trick to give Leverkusen their only loss of the season. What's more crazier is that when the winner of the match, Atalanta, went on to play Real Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup, Kylian Mbappe scored his first goal for the Los Blancos. Trey made an appreciation tweet for the same, and before you knew it, Mbappe went off injury even before the first half had ended. Marcus Rashford once gave United Trey a complimentary match ticket due to him being one of the biggest fan page for the Red Devils. While it was a kind gesture, the match itself was anything but kind for Rashford, as he played poorly, and Manchester United conceded in the final minute to lose the game against Fulham. Total disaster. In what may be his most bizarre jinx, Trey made a farewell post about Lebanon and said that he wanted to visit the country again. Little did he know, within 48 hours, tensions escalated in the region, and Israel infamously launched bombardments at the Lebanese border areas with their warplanes. In what might be an insane coincidence rather than a jinx, Trey joined Twitter in 2017, which is coincidentally the last year Manchester United has won a trophy. Since his fan page was made, the club has faced heartbreak after heartbreak, with United only dreaming of the glory days to return again. When United Trey tweeted about Alphonso Davies and Jordan Hitima, praising both of them, everyone knew what was coming. Within weeks, the pair announced their breakup with Alphonso Davies in a very sad phase, as the duo were together since their teenage years, adding another tally for Trey's scoreboard of heartbreak. Virgil van Dijk's record of not being dribbled past at Anfield looked like it was going to be one of football's untouchable stats. That is until United Trey tweeted about it. In the next match, Van Dijk was dribbled past and the record was smashed into pieces. Trey had once shared a funny to-do list of the 6 things he predicted will happen. Guess what? None of them were right. Bro really needs to get his tweets a second thought. Towards the end of 2021, he had tweeted about the beauty of Ukraine. What happened next needs no introduction. Within months, geopolitical tensions between Ukraine and Russia boiled over into the ongoing war. While it's obviously not his fault, fans now treat his travel tweets as warning signs. One of United Trey's most infamous catalogue of tweets are his tweets praising and flexing Manchester United signings. Multi-million-dollar signings like Anthony, Rasmus Højlund, Xerxes, and even ex-Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag suffered heavily during their time at the Red Devils, after Trey had tweeted many times about them and their abilities. During the Champions League clash between Liverpool and Real Madrid in the round of 16, United Trey confidently mocked Madrid and praised Liverpool when they were 2-0 up. Final score? 5-2 to Real Madrid. Absolutely humiliating. The Merseyside club at their home. Trey later tweeted about it, saying that he knew what he was doing and his jinx turned out to be successful. Bro has personal beef with Liverpool. When Lionel Messi's World Cup campaign was on the right track with him in the final, Trey tried using his powers to jinx it with a cheeky tweet, but instead of cursing Messi, it backfired gloriously as Argentina lifted the trophy. Trey's jinxing powers seemingly have no use against the GOAT, I guess. After slandering Liverpool's attack, telling everyone to say a small prayer for the front three of Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, and a dusted Salah. All of them scored twice in a historic 7-0 demolition of Manchester United. The jinx went so wrong, Liverpool fans were on cloud 9 after this match. While almost all of Trey's tweets often spell doom, they occasionally spark redemption. After slandering Christopher Nkunku after a really bad season for Chelsea, and even going to the extent to mock his celebration, the forward scored a goal in the very next match, proving himself and then hitting his trademark celebration with the balloon. During the most recent Manchester derby, Trey confidently slandered his own team, implying that they have already lost the game and they aren't going to score a goal after Josko Guardiola put City in front. But in a spectacular turn of events, United scored 2 goals in 3 minutes due to a Bruno Fernandes penalty and Amad Diallo's wonder goal. Trey took due credit for his positive jinx, which turned around United's fortunes. Everyone knows how the 2024 Ballon d'Or was a tough call between 2 players, Man City's Rodri and Real Madrid's flair man Vini Jr. Well, it was quite obvious that Trey was not going to support Rodri due to him being from the blue side of Manchester. But a tweet in support of Vini Jr. looked like the final nail in the coffin, with the Brazilian shockingly losing out to City's talismanic midfielder for the title. After Trey decided to attend the Community Shield match to support United against Man City in the final, he had posted this video just before the match.
Pray for Manchester City. We're coming.
Everyone just knew that the team was doomed. His mere presence seemed to drain the energy from the team as they went down 4-2 against Pep's team. At this point, Trey should stay away from tweeting anything overconfident about his own team, as after he mocked a Man City fan and saying that, "We chat at Old Trafford, pal," Man United suffered a 3-0 thrashing, with Haaland scoring a brace. Who doesn't love a fairy tale? Borussia Dortmund were only 1 win away from securing themselves a Bundesliga title over their arch-rivals Bayern Munich with their legend Marco Reus. When Trey tweeted acknowledging this feat, everything went south, with BVB losing the last game of the season to lose out on the title to none other than Bayern. As we just mentioned, unbeaten streaks, Manchester United had one of their own at their home stadium, Old Trafford. Having not lost in their last 8 games, United did not hold into account Trey's presence at the match as part of their tactics, and as expected, their unbeaten streak was reduced to dust in front of their own fans. If you have noticed this pattern, Trey loves to give out ambitious predictions, and almost all of the times he has given a prediction, the opposite has happened. So was the case with his Euros 2024 quarterfinal predictions, with none of Trey's 4 predictions turning out right. If there's a team Trey loves slandering, it is United's arch-rivals Liverpool FC. And as Liverpool were about to face Southampton, Trey tweeted this, praising Southampton's Paul Onuachu. What happened next was inevitably with the poor lad getting a serious injury against the Merseyside team. Sometimes his jinxes turn out to work for the teams and players instead of against them, as after he tweeted this about Chelsea Ukrainian recruit Mikhailo Mudrik's goalless run, the $100 million player replied in style with a spectacular goal in the next match. I guess Trey should actually consider against tweeting things about international matches, as after Albania scored inside 2 minutes versus Italy, he tweeted praising the team. But in usual Trey fashion, Italy equalized just a few minutes later. In what might have been his worst jinx, he tweeted this highlighting Barcelona and Spain legend Andre Iniesta's longevity, only for the midfielder to go out injured in the very next match, and seemingly ending what was left of his playing career. Although Trey has Nigerian roots, he has spent the majority of his life in the United Kingdom, and in a gesture of support for England at the 2022 World Cup, he exclaimed that Kane simply never misses a penalty. But to his dismay, the now Bayern Munich striker got jinxed due to his tweet and missed a vital penalty, which led to England crashing out of the World Cup. Whether you're a football fan, professional player, or geopolitical analyst, one thing is clear. United Trey's jinxing powers are not to be underestimated. From player performances to global events, his tweets seem to carry out the script in the most unpredictable and unexpected ways.